How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the KSS YouTube channel. On today's episode, we're going to be starting the Del Sol up with the turbo spooling. So we got all our final assembly parts. We got our rad hoses, our coolant hoses, all our couplers and piping done, bead rolled and ready to install. We got our injectors, pigtails. Yeah, all that's left is the drain line. We're going to get that done. And yeah, so we're just going to describe what we're going to start with, and that's going to be the final bracket for the intercooler, which is going to go here and here, and there's going to be a threaded rod going through here and here, and that'll be the final assembly for the intercooler. But yeah, the piping we got done was, well, we measured it in one of our last episodes, which is these two right here. So a 45 angle, we just cut it really short. It's going to go here with a coupler, and then attach with another coupler into this 180. Like that, and it's going to shoot up 90 degrees, and then with a 45 and then another 45 going into the throttle body, and then that'll be the full plumbing system for the intercooler. So that'll be done. We got some stuff to do with the feed line, just a couple fittings to get, and then the drain line, like I said, and then we'll start it up. So we're going to get onto it right now. So we cut our tab here to length in between the two holes of the top of the intercooler, and we got our rod to, because it was a little down, and now it's all tight, and this thing does not move. So yeah, it's adjusted, it's straight, and yeah, that's our new bracket, or that's our top bracket for the intercooler. Works well, it's sturdy, and
no welding.
Yeah, no welding, just cutting. So got that done.
So these are the pipes that I cut up. I took them to work and bead rolled them. Well, bead rolled them with the snap-on crimpers like we did in the other video with the coolant hard pipe. Same idea, just kind of creates a bead. So I was gonna weld it, but just for cost efficiency, thought I should just put a straight coupler since I have it. But yeah, it fits perfect. And then as you can see, yeah, it'll fit with a 90 coupler. If we had another 90 pipe, it would be perfect, but we only have a 45. So a 45 pipe will come up here, and then I just ordered the 2.75 to 2.5 45 coupler, so that'll fit perfect. It's coming in on Tuesday. Get that thrown on, and then the piping's pretty much done. We just got to get the blow-off valve flange put on, and that's pretty much it. Fits perfect.
We're just getting everything ready to get onto the injectors. We're gonna get the pigtails on, so just take these and then wire the positives to the positives and the negatives to the negatives. Then put the injectors on there, take the old stock ones out, and yeah, we're gonna get started on that. We're putting the injectors on right now into the fuel rail. We're just getting, we got some grease onto the O-ring, and then they just pop into place like so. Take your clip. Yeah, they're different than Honda, but they came with the injectors, so that's what's going on. Yeah. Now, watch out, because these aren't obviously Honda, so there's probably a difference of some sort. As you can see, it's not seated, so it goes a little deep, and then you pull down, then they seat into the groove of the fuel rail. So
injectors are all installed, looking good. You can see right there, injector dynamics 1050s. Just make sure to lube up the O-ring obviously before you put it in, just so you don't tear an O-ring or anything. But yeah, they just kind of seat in, and that's it. You tighten up your two bolts, and it's ready to go. We'll just prime it up and check for leaks. We still got to tighten all of our fuel fittings there on the regulator and stuff, double check that, and then yeah, we'll prime it, check for leaks, and get this thing started pretty damn soon. So
Aiden's gonna fuel up his car. I'm about to go to bed because I'm tired. But before we fuel it up, we're going to put some fuel injector cleaner for the used injectors he's got, and some octane booster. What we have in here right now is some Petro 94. I usually run 91, but Aiden's going to try 94. I might switch it to it later too. That's what he's going to start with in this car. So yeah, we're just going to mix our little formula and put it in the car. Alright, it's about a week later from the last time we filmed. Now all the piping's done, so we got even the blow-off valve welded on by Owen. So yeah, the whole intercooler system is done, the plumbing. Now we're moving on to pretty much our final thing before we can start it up, and that is the oil return line. And Aiden's adjustables aren't big enough, so we've been just ruining some beautiful AN fittings with some adjustable wrenches and vice grips. So we're trying to make that right now. Hopefully we can start it up tonight. But yeah, we're getting on the drain line. Gonna bang it out. Not sure how much we're gonna film, but we're gonna get on it right now.
So I also got the heater hoses done. I'm not sure if you can see that well, but yeah, like I did in another episode, the pipe was cut and then I went around the wastegate. It's a little hard to see, went around it and then into the heater core there. Yeah, the only hard part was keeping this valve here for the heat, just to make sure that this cable doesn't pop off because it's kind of on a weird angle, but I just put a zip tie there and it seems to be keeping it on and good function, so that's good. And now yeah, we're just buttoning it up. We got the feed line on and the sandwich plate, and we're just ready to do the drain line and hopefully start this thing up.
The oil return line is done, all scratched up and not beautiful. We're gonna throw it on, tighten everything up, all the oil lines, and start this thing up. We're gonna start this thing for about 5 to 10 seconds for the first time with the whole turbo set up on. Yeah, let's see if this turbo can spool. Crank it over just to prime it so oil can get to the turbo. We were about to start it up without doing that, which we almost forgot. So yeah, he's just gonna prime it, and then I'll plug the injectors back in and start it up. So let's see. Okay, try that. Shut her off. Yeah, oh yeah, we got it. I got it on video too. Pretty good. Pretty close.
I got to see that footage.
All right, start it up with the turbo setup.
I guess that wraps it up for today's episode. We got all the piping done, intercooler mounted, turbo spooling, obviously, heater hoses, oil feed line. Turbo is pretty much final installed. Now it's just do the down pipe. We're gonna see about the brake tuck if the down pipe will fit. Kevin thinks it's gonna fit. I'm not sure. It might be hitting some stuff, but vacuum lines, stuff like that, and just like final buttoning up, and it should be good to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We got a lot done, and we'll see you in the next one.
My lips went like, how's it?